Hey family, welcome back to L&L Honeycomb Homestead. Today is more meals for the freezer, okay? Hey, I might have to cut this short because there's a lot going on, y'all. There's a lot going on, and I might have to edit some too because we are headed out. But I wanted to make sure that you get this video for today. So y'all, stay tuned. As you know, family. Man, as of yesterday when we were doing the Sloppy Joes, it's on and popping today. Everybody wanted Sloppy Joes. So I decided to go ahead and put this on in, and we're going to have one of these meals today. But in the meantime, I'm going to show you what I'm getting ready to whip up for the next 3 meals. So let's go and get started with that. Y'all, when y'all doing y'all Sloppy Joes, make sure when you cooking this, it's good and brown, it's cut up really good, and you want it to be cool before you put it in the bag. Okay, so now we're going to start with our 1-pan beef and rice meal. With your beef and rice meal, I've already put in my onion, I've already put in my garlic. The next thing you're going to put in is some corn. You're going to put in some diced tomatoes. You're going to also put in some rice. All the rice. This is 1 cup of rice. Okay. This has already been washed. Already. It's been already washed. Make sure all the rice is out of here. You can use any type of rice you want. Any type of rice. Okay, so you need that. You're going to also need you some, you can get some pinto beans. I canned these pinto beans up already. Give me a spoon. Got a spoon somewhere. Hold on. Work with what I have near me. So you're going to take 1 jar out of pinto beans, black beans, whatever. This meal is going to get you really good and full. And it's also delicious. Okay? It's just whatever meat. If you're vegetarian and you can't eat beef, bean is a substitute, so you can have any type of bean that you want. It's just whatever on that part, okay? Whatever bean you want to use, okay? And then we're going to do the seasonings, and you're going to need some olive oil. So you're going to need 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of olive oil, okay? 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to get an angle where y'all can see pretty good. So 2 teaspoons, that's 1, and that's 2. Okay, 2 teaspoons of olive oil. You're gonna need that. This is gonna be great, y'all. 2 teaspoons of that, and then you're going to need some salt and pepper. And that's a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Pepper. Salt, you can use plain salt. Don't use no iodine salt. You can use pink Himalayan salt. You can use kosher salt. You can use those type of salts if you would like. I'm going to be using the pink Himalayan salt. So you're going to need 3/4 of a teaspoon of that salt. You don't need a whole lot, okay? Okay. And if y'all was remembering, I canned up some pinto beans already, but if you have some pinto beans on hand in a can, you can use it. If you don't like pinto beans, like again, you can use black beans, you can use kidney beans, you can use whatever beans that's gonna go with this one pan beef and rice meal, okay? And the next thing you're gonna need is some smoked paprika. And with that smoked paprika, you're going to need 1 teaspoon. I have smoked paprika, and that smells really good, so that's what I'm going to be using, 1 teaspoon of the smoked paprika. Okay, 1 teaspoon of that. You're also going to need 2 teaspoons of your chili powder. If you don't like spice, if you don't like hot food, then you can skip that ingredient if you want to. It's not going to be really, really hot, y'all. Okay. And then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. Add up cumin. Where you at, cumin? Cumin, 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 cumin. I know I have some cumin. Yes, I do. And I'm just about out. Gotta pull it out over there in my little thing. So you're gonna need some cumin. You're also going to need some, okay, I got chili powder, cayenne pepper. Yeah, that's what I like. I like that too. So I'm going to need some cayenne pepper. And with that cayenne pepper, you're going to need just a 1/2 teaspoon of that. You ain't need a whole lot. Just a 1/2 teaspoon. 1/2 teaspoon. And then you're going to need some butter. And just about a teaspoon of that. That's all you're going to need for that. As far as your meat, if you want, get my butter before I lose train of thought of what I was going to do. Butter. And the back end. Use the back end of this. You're going to need just a stick of butter. Not stick, but just what I see. Just a little bit of butter. Okay. Of butter. Now, as far as your meat goes, we're going to use ground beef because that's the title of it, beef. But if you can't eat beef, feel free to use turkey, ground turkey. And if you don't want that, it's good the way it is, okay? It'll be good the way it is. You can use chicken if you want to, but it's really good with the beef. So I'm going to get my beef, and I'll be putting that in. I'll be adding that in. But this is the ingredients for this, okay? This is the ingredients for this meal, okay? So now, after all that is in here, get this out of the way. You see that? That looks so pretty. Put it all together. You're just going to fold it down like we've been doing. And you're going to make sure that the air is out of here, okay? And you're going to just mix this stuff up in your bag, rice and all, because that's going to also cook in that crock pot, okay? It's going to cook in there, okay? You're going to cook it in there, okay? You got this, and that's that 1 beef and rice meal, okay? Like so. I'm going to set this over to the side, and then we're going to get the buffalo chicken is next. That's what we're going to do with the buffalo chicken. Set this over to the side over here. Let's get to that. Okay, so now we're getting ready to do the buffalo chicken. Let me clear up my space. now we're going to do the buffalo chicken. So with the buffalo chicken, you're going to need you're going to need your chicken, of course. So let me grab my chicken. Has been washed and everything. Thank you, Tabitha. Okay, so it's buffalo chicken. So we're going to be putting the chicken in the bags. Okay, these are legs. You can use breast, you can use thighs, you can use whatever you want on this chicken because it's going to be buffalo chicken. Okay, so we're going to be using up this chicken. Okay, so I got a good little few in here. All right, put this over to the side. All right. So now we're going to need some ranch seasoning. With this ranch seasoning, you're going to need about, I guess, say about 2 tablespoons or so. Don't worry, these will be in the description box, the exact measurements. I just usually play by ear. But we're going to use 1 tablespoon of the ranch seasoning. Okay. 2, make that 2. We're going to do 2. That'll be like the equivalent to the packet that you be buying. 2 tablespoons. Okay. Of your ranch seasoning. The next thing you're going to need is some buffalo wing sauce. Okay. I got some buffalo wing sauce, y'all. Because I've never tried their buffalo wing sauce, but I'm going to try this. I do know how to make this, and I will show y'all how to make this. But we're going to use this because I had this on the shelf. And so we're going to just use it up. So we're going to need 2 of those. Okay, we're going to have 1. Yep. You heard of the thing, you add just a little water to it and get the rest of that seasoning in it. We're going to do just that too. Give me a minute. So we're going to do 2 of these bottles right here. It's going to be really good. And we're going to add a little water to it and get that all good and squish it around. Give it a minute and we'll do just that. Just a little bit. And we're going to shake them both up. And get all of that out of here. Just like that. Okay. There we go. Okay. The next thing you're going to need is it. This is it, okay? This is just it. There's nothing else added to that. Okay? It was just that simple. So we're going to take this off. Set this to the side. We're going to fold this bag over. And we're going to make sure all the air is out of it. And we're going to mix this up really good. And that's it. I'm going to set this to the side. Next thing we're going to use now is the sloppy joes. sloppy joes. I'm gonna put this in the trash. Clean as you go. That way you won't have to worry about it later. And I got my pan ground beef. Now, as you seen earlier, I was cooking it, but you also want to make sure that it's cooled down before you put it in the pan. Okay, you want it to be cool. So the first thing first, we're going to take this and we're going to go ahead and scoop our sloppy joes, the ground beef, into the bag. Okay, I used a whole pound. This didn't have no grease to it because it was the organic ground beef. And you can get this from Walmart if you want to spend a little extra. I'm worth spending the extra, you know, like I would spend extra just so for my health. But if you want to just use regular ground beef that you've been doing, that's fine too. You know, no shame in my game. It's just I cannot eat it. I have to get farm-raised food now because my stomach won't let me eat that type of food no more. So I have to eat it. I have to eat farm fresh, organic food. Okay, so now that we got the ground beef in the bag, we're going to add on to this. So now you're going to need 1 large onion. And I've got some pieces up in here to make that large onion. And that's what we're going to add. And we're going to just dice that on up in here. Now I could have went on and diced it up and put it in that ground beef, right? But I didn't. And that's fine because it's going to be cooked anyway when you put it inside the crock pot. So it's okay. It's going to get frozen. It's going to be freezing in the deep freezer until it's time to be cooked because it's going to be good. Okay, it's going to be good anyway. So we're just cutting this on up and adding this on in to the sloppy joes. And this is wonderful to do because y'all don't have to go to the store and buy up all those cans just to make up your own sloppy joes. You can do this at home. At home. I also add to this some green bell pepper. Right? So right now I'm not adding that in, but I do add that in there. So if y'all do have some green bell pepper, you can add that in there as well. But I'm not adding it to this recipe because I've had it like this too, and it's even good too. It's really good this way as well. So we're just gonna have us some regular onion to this. Okay. So now you have that. Okay. The next thing you're gonna need is some tomato sauce. Let me get my tomato sauce. All my stuff is right here beside me. I already done it. I want to thank Tabitha again. She's on break for opening cans and helping me get all the meals together in order so I can give you all this content. Okay, so you're gonna need some tomato sauce. You put that on in there. Okay, that in there. Again, we're gonna add a little bit of water to that. Make sure all that sauce is in the can. All right. Now we got that. That in here. Clean as we go. Clean as we go. We ain't trying to do all this extra stuff later. got the tomato sauce, and now we're going to need a half a cup of barbecue sauce. Now we're going to use this one. I had this on the shelf. I'm going to try this out. Okay, we had this on the shelf. Again, we've had a lot of people give us a lot of canned foods and things when Lorenzo had his accident. So some of that stuff, I'm going to just, you know, use it up and put it in recipes and things. So that way we won't have to worry about that later. Okay? We make our sauces, and there's nothing wrong with other people's sauces. Nothing is wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to try this sauce this time with it. So you're going to just need a half a cup of barbecue sauce. And that's going to go right on in here. It's going to go right on in. Get my little spatula, make sure I got this all good and cleaned up. Add this. Make sure all of it's out. Okay. Got all that out of there. Not leaving nothing. Okay? And then the next thing we're going to need is a half a cup of ketchup. Since this is a whole cup, it's all going to the same bag. I'm going to use a half a cup. That's a half a cup of ketchup. Half a cup of ketchup, half a cup of ketchup, half a cup. This is all from scratch, y'all. I bet y'all like, ugh. Okay, go to the store. If you got some, look in there and see if that same ingredients are in there. Okay? Because it is. It's in there. You're eating it. I just sometimes I go to the store at times and I'll screenshot some stuff, random stuff like Sloppy Joe's, and I'll screenshot it and bring it home and see all the ingredients in it. And then it'll have stuff in there that you can't read, right? So I get all the stuff that I can't read, like the tomatoes and all those kind of things, right? All that's inside that can, and I get all that stuff. And then at the end of the day, guess what? I got all the ingredients without the other cookie stuff that is inside of there. And I done made my own homemade from scratch. You can also Google stuff and get recipes, homemade from scratch recipes, okay? Just that simple, and that way you can make you up some meals. So the next thing we're going to need is 1.5 cup of apple cider vinegar. 1.5 cups. I'm going to put that on in there. And that was half of a cup, by the way. I don't use that much vinegar. It's just enough. That's enough for me. Do it however you want to. Like I said, it's going to be in the description box down below, so that way you'll know what's all in here. Okay, another thing you're going to need is 2 tablespoons of mustard. And I do have some mustard. And we're going to need 2 tablespoons of this bad boy. So, keep me from spilling stuff, because I am really good at spilling things. I'm just going to take this mustard and pour it right in this 2 tablespoons. We're going to see how much we can get out of this. Because y'all, the girl is running low of things. But I can make the equivalent with some, I do have some mustard powder as well. I do have some mustard powder, and we will make the difference. But we're going to probably have to add just a little bit of water to this. It's still going to be good. I don't care what y'all think. This is what we do. We make things work, okay? We make things work. Okay, so let me add a little bit of water to this. Yeah, there's a whole lot of mustard in here. It's just not coming out. Okay. Ooh, there's a lot of it, too. You just need a couple of drops off in there. I don't need a whole lot of things. Okay, let's shake this up. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and there you go. Look at there, y'all. See that mustard? I told you it was a lot of mustard in here. Alright. Now that's 2 tablespoons. That's going in. That is going in there. Adding all that to it. Get it all in there. Washing those out too. We'll wash everything around here. Okay. So now we got all our ingredients. All that over there. All of that. Okay, we got all our ingredients. So now we're going to take it off the hat rack. No. Did I forget everything? I think I got everything. Yeah, that's it. That's everything. Man, this stuff goes so fast, y'all. I call this the hat rack. I know y'all caught it, didn't you? Okay. So now we're going to just fold it over again. We are going to make sure all the air is out of this bag. Sure, all of it's out of there. And so what you would do with this, see how it's mixed up? You're mixing all that stuff up in here. Make you some nice homemade buns. Ooh, that is going to be so delicious. But anyway, you will sit here. You'll mix all that up. Got you some homemade sloppy joes. You will take this, you'll put it on the stove, crock pot, wherever. Warm it up. Let it come to a good simmer. And it will thicken up, y'all. It will thicken up. You can also add some brown sugar to this if you like. You can add some brown sugar to that. And that will thicken up the sauce a little bit. Okay? So you got some sloppy joes today we made up. We did that. I think all the air is out of there. It looked like it did. Let's see. Might get some air to it. I don't know. But anyway, we got some sloppy joes. We also made today some of that buffalo chicken. Yeah. Buffalo chicken. Look at that, y'all. Look at these colors. Aren't they pretty? We got buffalo chicken. And last but not least, we have the 1 pound beef and rice meal. Yeah. Yeah. That looks so delicious. And it is. Oh, can't wait to sink my teeth into this. So there you have it. 3 more freezer meals added to your freezer. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below. And y'all, have yourself a wonderful and blessed day. Bye-bye.